If you haven't listened to this message that's on this little section right here, you probably need to do that. And I'm just going to read some verses from Romans because this is just the most, oh my goodness. Let me read first, and if I can talk, I will. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but you've received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself bearing witness with our spirit that we are the children of God, and if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected it, in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, the redemption of our body. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for? But if we hope for that which we see not, we do with patience wait for it. Likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he that searches the hearts knows what the mind of the Spirit, because he makes intercession for the saints according to the will of God. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate, to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. Well, what shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who could be against us? He that spared not his own Son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is God who justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? It's Christ that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who's even at the right hand of God, who makes intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? I gotta stop and just say that this, I just got such a good good taste from thinking on this today. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Maybe I'm just gonna, yeah, that's so good. I don't have anything else to say about it. I'm just gonna read it and post it. This whole section, the focus is on our glorification and the manifestation of the sons of God and the creature to be released from vanity and delivered from the bondage which we've been subjected to in hope, so that this hope would become our taste of glory and a vision, and so that Christ could work himself into us by faith. There's such a vanity to what we do in this flesh, because your flesh can't gain anything of the spirit, but the spirit makes intercession and fills us with the knowledge of and even something that's more than knowledge, but just this the greatness of his power working in us. I don't even know sometimes what he's doing. Sometimes it's just like there's such a glow of this hope of our glorification. There's such a enjoyment in what's waiting, and sometimes it can be a little bit it can be filled. I can my mind can be with ideas of what this is going to look like, and then sometimes he'll just blow my mind way beyond things that I can think of. And it's not stuff that you can drum up in excitement. It's not stuff that you can even figure out in your own mind. There's there's a vanity of the flesh. I looked up this word vanity. Let's see if I can find it again. G31. Yeah, here we go. Why isn't it doing it? Oh, it's used three times. It's used in Ephesians, uh, saying that, therefore, I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. Honestly, what it sounds like in Ephesians 4:17 is that you don't walk in the vanity of your mind. You don't. Christ is working himself into you. And there's such a goodness to the fact that he's working and interceding, and he's the one who's groaning, and he's the one who's increasing our vision. And I can't stop that, and I can't make him do it more. I want to agree with him and renew my mind and enjoy that, but even when I don't, He's doing it. And this same word of vanity is in 2 Peter 2:18, talking about those false prophets. Great swelling words of vanity they allure through the lust of the flesh, and much wantonness. Those that were clean escape from them who live in error. We don't walk in the vanity of our mind, but we were made. But the creature, was made subject to vanity. We were put in this position to be in this world with the futility that's in the carnal mind present with us, and to be stuck in this body of futility, but for a purpose of hope that Christ would work himself into us, and that we could gain a vision of what he's doing and the great wisdom of God. And without this present reality of vanity, this hope, it's just the way that he's chosen to work it into us. I The wisdom of God. I don't understand it, but the Spirit knows it. Just like all of these things, you know, the flesh can't understand it, but he does it, and he knows what he's doing. And the Spirit in me knows that what he's doing is something great. Man, I had such a good taste of this morning, almost like I can't imagine being here much longer with this, you know, with this hope and this glory and this weight of the work of him. It's so good. It's so big. Okay. That's Have a good morning.